It's too late to apologize. It's too late. Yeah. Y'all know that song? That's a good song, man. Back in the day. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. Yeah. All right. Stuck in my head. Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn. Y'all know him? I guess you have to be of a certain age, maybe have been a Christian for a certain time span to know who Benny Hinn is. He's a faith, miracle, healer, televangelist preacher. At least he was back in the day. I don't know what he's doing right now. But back in the day, certainly, if there were a Mount Rushmore of charismatic faith, healer, miracle, televangelist type preachers, you know what I'm talking about, his face would be on it. Recently, he gave an interview. In the interview, he had two regrets. One regret was that he had, in his prophecies, he was making stuff up. He said that God had said this or that about a person or a thing, and God didn't say that to him. All right, so he's making stuff up. First regret. The second regret was that he was preaching and pushing the prosperity gospel. Two regrets. Now, I don't know about y'all, but those are some big regrets. There's one thing, I can say I regret doing this particular drug at that particular time. All right, I did this drug this one night and stuff got crazy, right? You can regret that. And then there's I regret that time I was a drug dealer for 25 years, selling drugs to kids. You see, there's a difference. You can regret it, but there's a difference, right? I regret that day I bullied you. I gave you a noogie, made everybody laugh at you and call you names. I was going through a lot of weird stuff at that time. I was young. I'm sorry. I regret that. And then I regret that time I was your bully throughout elementary, middle, and high school. Stuff you in the lockers every day. That was my bad. I shouldn't have done that. Right? There's a difference. And I think about that with Benny here, because what he is admitting to, it's serious. As far as the realm of the church context, it's serious. Now, I'm not the judge. I'm really not judging the man. I don't know. I don't know where he's at right now. He says that, everything's covered in the blood. He says, I'm seeking the Lord now. I'm all about Jesus now. And that's what I want my ministry to be about. And blah, 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 blah. He says that. Maybe he means it. I don't know. I'm not the judge. That's why we're reading Ezekiel. God is the judge. Let's see what he has to say. Ezekiel chapter 13, verses 1 through 14. It's a lot, but we'll take some breaks, okay? Don't worry. The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel who are prophesying, saying, say to those who prophesy out of their own imagination, hear what the Lord says. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Woe to you foolish prophets who follow your own spirit and who have seen nothing. Your prophets, O Israel, are like jackals among ruins. You have not gone up to the breaks of the wall to repair it for the house of Israel, so that it can stand in the battle of the day of the Lord. Their visions are false, their divinations are a lie. They say the Lord declares, when the Lord did not say anything. The Lord did not send them. Yet they expect their words to be fulfilled. Have you not seen false visions? Have you not uttered lying divinations when you say the Lord declares, when the Lord has not spoken to you? People, you ever have somebody lie on you? Say that you said something when you didn't say it, or misinterpret something that you said and just go spreading the misinterpretation of what you said, or the misrepresentation of what you are. That's what's going on here. And we all get mad when that happens to us. We're talking about God, all right? God, Lord of heaven and earth, and then us being really, really small. God, us being really, really small. And this us being really, really small, lying on God, saying that God said something or that he's about something that he's not. That's big. Verse 8, therefore this is what the sovereign Lord says. Because of your false words and lying visions, I am against you. I am against you, says the Lord. My hand will be against the prophets who see false visions and utter lying divinations. They will not belong to the council of my people, or be listed in the records of the house of Israel, nor will they enter the land of Israel. Then you will know that I am the sovereign Lord. Pretty much, you're benched, all right? You're excommunicated. All the records that you had, gone. They mean nothing now. You're humiliated and you're benched. You ain't doing nothing. You're done. All right? Verse 10, because they lead my people astray, saying peace when there is no peace. And because when the flimsy wall is built, they cover it with whitewash. Therefore, tell those who cover it with whitewash that it is going to fall. Rain will come in torrents, and I will send hailstone and hurtling down, and violent winds will burst forth. When the wall collapses, will people not ask you, where is the whitewash you covered it with? So you have this wall, and this can be a wall in your life, literal, probably not literal, but literal or figuratively. There's this wall that the prophet's saying is fine. Everything's cool. Put a little whitewash on it. We're going to be all right. Everything's fine. There is peace. There is peace. Keep giving me money. Keep giving me attention. Keep giving me. And I'll keep declaring peace. When there's no peace, there's destruction coming. Right? Now these prophets are saying things that's of the Lord that the Lord didn't say. The Lord has nothing to do with it. And that's what's going on here. So they, again, excommunicated, benched, and the wall is going to crumble. So you think about this wall is crumbling. This is going to hurt people. How many times, because of the actions of leaders, because of the actions of those who have influence over our lives, and they don't know what they're doing, or they're doing so in a corrupt manner, in a malicious manner, they hurt us, right? And that's what's going on here. Verse 13, therefore this is what the sovereign Lord says, in my wrath I will unleash a violent wind, and in my anger hailstones and torrents of rain will fall in a destructive fury. A destructive fury. I will tear down the wall you have covered with whitewash, and I will level it to the ground, so that its foundation is laid bare. When it falls, you will be destroyed in it, and you will know that I am the Lord. So not only you're excommunicated, you're benched, all your records are gone, right? You're humiliated. People know your word ain't true. The wall's hurting people and it's hurting you. It's crumbling all around you as this false prophet. This false prophet, the wall's crumbling all around you. You got all this pieces of the wall all around you, and you're crying out, and then God's like, now you know that I'm the Lord. So that's what's going on, okay? That is the vibe that's going on here from God to these false prophets. Now, I'm not the judge, all right? He's a gracious God. Man, he's gracious. I was thinking about that a couple days ago, how gracious God has been to me. That's why I try to extend grace whenever I can. All the time. I try to, because I know how gracious God has been to me. He is a gracious God. However, we mess up like that, in that way, Thinking about Diddy. When you saw that video of Diddy, some of you have seen it. Domestic violence, that woman. And then Diddy comes out after that video. A video he said it didn't happen. The video comes out confirming that it did happen. And then he comes out and says, well, it's a dark time in my life. I sought therapy, I sought the Lord, covered in the blood. Everything's good now. Right? No. I'm not the judge. But to those words he spoke, no. And you see and hear people do this kind of thing all the time, right? There's something, again, there's one thing, hey, I got in an accident, I nicked your car, all right? I dented your car a little bit, that's my bad, all right? And then there's, hey, I followed you. When your car was parked, I stabbed each one of your tires, I broke your windshield. Hey, that's my bad, right? It's different. It's different. And with Benny Hinn, he caused a lot of damage. There are people who have emulated Benny Hinn. They are preaching the prosperity gospel now because of Benny Hinn. They are destroying lives because of Benny Hinn. There's all the lives that Benny Hinn has interrupted, maybe even destroyed, because of saying, hey, this person's healed, they're not healed. Saying this, hey, this person doesn't need to go to the doctor, just believe that the Lord has healed you. Keep following, keep giving to my ministry, but believe that the Lord has healed you when God didn't say anything. All these prophecies, these proclamations he's making, saying they're of the Lord, and they're not. That's serious. In the realm of church, as far as the gospel is concerned, as far as God is concerned, that is very serious. Let's look at Ezekiel 13. God is not playing around. All right? All I'm saying is, people, there's a lot of people who have this ambition for a title. They don't really have the heart of a leader. They just want that title, right? And so they get that title for whatever reason, ego or money, power, whatever. And they treat it poorly. And so the people suffer as a result. So be careful. You're pursuing a title, but be careful. The weight of what you can do, not just the mistakes you can make, but the weight of the damage that you can cause. If you don't acknowledge and think through the damage that you could cause, then there's no precautions made, right? And then you end up hurting the people that you say you're here to protect, that you say you're here to lead. So be careful. We don't want to find ourselves in the positions like those false prophets in Ezekiel, just crying out, oh God. And God's like, nah, you messed up, you're benched, you're done. Now you know I'm the Lord. What's up?